Hello and happy new year. I am Charity. I do Christian based content. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Today I want to share with you about new year goals. Personally, I want to share about my new year or goals or resolutions. So as every year starts, the vibe of a new year and the reflection, it's just refreshing to know that you have another 12 months to make a difference in your life. So for me, for this year, I was thinking I have set goals before and not achieved them. And I was challenged by, I had someone saying that a person that likes walking will walk a longer distance than a person trying to achieve to go to a point. So if you there are two people, one is going to desiring to just get to a point from point A to point B, and another one just wants to walk. The person who wants to walk will walk a longer distance than that person who's just desiring to get from one point to another. So this year I was thinking, instead of say I do have things I want to achieve by the end of the year. There are things I would like, tangible things or things that I would like to show off at the end of the year that I have done. But is it not better for me to put into place ways of getting there instead of just just setting goals to, you know, just setting goals? Then I sat and thought to myself ways as a woman that would get me to the end of the year the way I want. And I thought of the Proverbs 31, the virtuous woman, and I read through that part of the Bible. And that part of the Bible does not describe the achievements of this woman in form of wealth or in form of she's the achievements in her life are measured by virtue or by values. Like in the Bible, she's described as a virtuous woman, she's called trusted, she's called blessed, she's called praised, and then the Bible even says she has the fear of the Lord. That, and reading this made me feel, actually by the end of the year, if I could be described with this, I think I would have had a good year. I think I would, that would be it for me. And I, from those verses, the ones that I read through them, and the ones that I would love to adopt, and the ones I have actually started to adopt, and the ones I have started to, some ways that I have included in my life are: number one, she is described, and I'm not going to put them in the order of the Bible. I just picked them according to what resonated with me. Number one, she's described as she does good, and she does good to her husband, and she does no evil against her husband all her days. And that is one thing I vowed to do. I'm a married woman, and anyone who's married and you're living with somebody, you know, you're just two independent beings who are living together. You have each a set of their own minds, a set of their own goals, and sometimes you tend to collide. But I promised myself this year, even if we collide, even if we end up disagreeing, I am not going to intentionally do evil against my husband. I am not going to do evil. Every day of my life, I will wake up intentionally knowing that I want to do good to that man. He deserves it. Another thing is that she's described to fear the Lord. If there's one thing that I desire this year, you know, that even indeed God can bear witness that I have done right by him, that indeed I have the fear of the Lord in me, and that I know there are some disciplines that I can do, and there are some things I can do, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that even God can bear witness that I have the fear of the Lord in me. Another thing, she's described to have strength and dignity. In today's community, upholding dignity, we are in a community where we are exposed to very indignifying acts. People, dignity in our community has really gone. Dignity in our community has really gone. But I this is one of the ways that I want to, to get to the end of the year upholding dignity in my life. Another thing she's described to do, to work with her hands. There are verses in the Bible where she said to plant vineyard, and she sells her goods to, she knows her craft and sells goods to merchants, and she makes attires and even sells to as in she works with her hands. This year, that is one of the ways I want to turn around this year, work with my hands. And then she's said to bring food from far, and this one I think is, she feeds and takes care of her family to provide food that is nutritious, food that is, beneficial to the body, food not just when in most, as you know, in most places some foods will do good and other foods will not do good. If you completely depend on the food that do good in your place, you might end up feeding your family just yams, because that's good. You might end up just feeding your family just vegetables, because that's what does good in your place. But she brings food from far. She makes sure that every food that her family needs, they are provided for. Her family must be quite healthy. Then another thing, she rises before sunrise. I have done this for the past about 2 weeks, and I'm telling you, it is not an easy thing when you have been used to not rising up early, and now you choose to rise up early because you want to change your ways, not because you got an early job, or not because you have an early appointment. No, choosing to change your way, to change your pattern, waking up early, I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes, it takes a certain mindset, and I've done it for 2 weeks. I believe I can do it for the other 12 months. So this is 2023. We have to do things different. We cannot do it like we did in 2020. It's got to be different. It's got to give us different results. And then another one is she clothes her family. And as a mom, or as a lady who has a family, I bet everyone can agree with me that the department of clothes, it's mostly a woman's responsibility. And this year I choose to take up that responsibility 110%, because I know I have dropped the ball on that. But this year I'm doing it different. This year I'm going to do it different. I will intentionally be going through that wardrobe time and again to take out the clothes we have outgrown, the clothes that are a bit. I promise, in this one way, I'll do everything I can to make sure I achieve it. And then the last, and it's not the least, she helps the needy. And this one, this one is a challenge to not only me, a challenge to everyone. How many times have you seen people in your community that needs help? You are in a position to help, and you choose, I would say, you choose to walk away as if this is not your problem, or you choose to look the other way. You think this is not your problem. How many times have that happened? This year, anyone I will be able to help. In fact, I will be intentional about helping needy people. And even if I don't achieve every other thing in my life, even if maybe I don't grow in my career this year, even if I don't achieve the other, I have some things I would like to achieve. Even if I don't get those things, if I can do this, if I can change in these ways, in these 8 ways, I think I'll call my year a success. And I pray God keeps us to the end of the year. That's all from me. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely evening. And bye.